So today in this video, we're talking about the CMF Phone 2 Pro. Is this phone overhyped? Let's find out today. And the funniest thing on the video today is that I'm going to be bringing a mystery phone. This phone here. It's going to be a mystery phone till I unveil the true identity of this phone. Okay, so we'll compare price, we'll compare the features, we'll compare the specifications, and then we'll find out if we should go for something like this or the CMF Phone 2 Pro. I want you to know that this unit or the units I'll be reviewing today were not, given to me by makers of the phone. It's not a sponsored video. I used my money. I bought these items so that we can review together, so that we can learn, and so that we can make a decision together. All right. So if you're new on the channel, the first thing to do, subscribe, ding on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll get notified. Okay, so let's quickly compare basic specs of both phones. Okay, and then we'll talk about the price difference of this phone. Okay, so on the mystery phone, we have a 6.78 144 Hz AMOLED display. And you have a Snapdragon 8S Gen 3. This is a 5G phone. It's got 256 gig internal storage and 12 gig memory, of course expandable via the internal storage. Now you have a 50 MP main shooter and a 6400 milliampere hour battery. Now on the CMF phone, you've got a 6.77 inch 120 Hz AMOLED display. So mystery phone has better display in terms of refresh rate, and of course if you go deeper into the specs of the display, you have a higher resolution. On the mystery phone, you have a higher display density on the mystery phone. Okay, and it's also an AMOLED as well. So now on the CMF, you've got, like I said, you've got a 6.77 inch 120 Hz AMOLED display. You've got a Dimensity 7300 Pro, which is 5G capable as well. You have a basic storage of 128 gig, and of course you can bump that up to 56 gig if you want, but that's the maximum. And you have 8 gig of RAM. That's the maximum as well. But on the mystery phone, you can actually go all the way to 1 terabyte of storage if that's what you want. Okay, and on the CMF, unfortunately, you just have a 5000 mAh battery capacity. Now that's no slacker. That 5000 mAh battery capacity works really well, and it lasts you about a whole day. Okay, very good battery life on the CMF Phone 2 Pro. I must commend that. Okay, so we're actually seeing quite a huge difference. One is sporting an 8S Gen 3 processor, while the other is sporting a Dimensity 7300 Pro, which is more of a mid-range processor. And while the 8S Gen 3, that's flagship processor. Okay, you have higher RAM, you have higher storage, you have a bigger battery, you have a better screen. Come on. Well, let's go on. Let's proceed in the video and find out more things. Okay, so now let's talk about the price. Now, the CMF Phone 2 Pro, as of now, is $236. I bought mine then slightly higher, but let's just work with what's obtainable right now. You'll get it for $236. That's the 128 gig base variant. Okay, and my mystery phone here, you get it for $226. $10 difference. Okay, not so much, but it's a difference. So how can a phone this good be cheaper than a phone this okay? All right, so In terms of price, we have a very good price difference, a very good price tag on this mystery phone. So now it's time to reveal the identity of the mystery phone. Guys, this is the mystery phone. Yes, this is the IQ Z9 Turbo. This is the endurance version. Of course, you can only get this strictly from China. This phone is amazing. I tell you, for the price, this phone is wow. Now let's go into the details of the difference between the CMF and the IQ Z9 Turbo Endurance Edition. Let's look at the right side of both phones. We have the volume rocker or the IQ and the power button. Here we've got the essential key. CMF calls this the essential key. Actually, I don't even know what the use is all about. I don't even bother using it. It's that horrible. Okay, and then you've got the power key also at the right hand side. At the left, there's actually nothing on the IQ, but at the left, CMF decided to put their um, volume rockers on the left, which to me is a turn off because this actually doesn't worth it. It's an awkward design. It takes you a lot of time to get used to the button placement on the CMF Phone 2 Pro. And at the top here for the CMF, you've got a microphone. For the IQ, you've got your infrared, and then you've got your microphone as well. At the bottom, you've got your microphone on both phones. You've got your Type C, you've got your speaker grills, and then your SIM card ejection. Absolutely the same thing here. Okay, but let's take note on the CMF Phone 2 Pro. The good thing about it is that it actually supports storage expansion. So if you have the 128 gig base variant, you can actually increase your storage with an external SD card. Insert it, and then you lose the use of dual SIM. So at the back, the cameras, I would say I'll give it to the CMF here. Lovely design. I love the um, camera placement. It looks really nice. It looks, innovative. So we give it to them. But on the IQ, it's quite nice as well. You've got this squarish, curved edges, camera bump here, which is nice. Not bad, particularly if you get a very good case for this. It's going to look really, 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 really good. So let's talk about the display on this, guys. Now, the CMF Phone 2 Pro has an AMOLED screen. This guy has an AMOLED screen, but you're getting a better panel on the IQ. It's brighter, it has deeper colors, it has contrast. The display is amazing. And don't forget that this is a 144 hertz refresh rate device, so you're going to have very smoother operation than the CMF phone. So you're having a very, very good display. I must tell you, for this price, having such a display is awesome. I'm not saying that the display on the CMF isn't bad as well. No, no, no. This display is solid display, I tell you. But of course, the IQ beats it hands down. Another feature I like so much about the IQ Z9 Turbo in this endurance edition is that it has a bigger battery. Okay, so 5,000 milliampere battery on the CMF, you're getting 6,400. That's 1,400 difference. And I tell you, this phone lasts almost 2 days. Yes, on an average use, the battery is solid on here. The battery is also solid on the CMF Phone 2 Pro. But of course, you can't compare both. Both of them have solid software integration. But I think I prefer the software on the IQ. I'm not a fan of stock ROMs. No, I'm not a fan of stock ROMs. Why? Because they are less customizable. For this CMF Phone 2 Pro to be able to use it, I had to use a launcher because I don't like the way the Google stock ROM looks like. It's always kind of too odd, less attractive. You can't blur backgrounds. You just have a very blank color while you're using your drawer. I mean, I find it very, your app drawer, it's always very dull and very, I don't like it. So I had to use a launcher, to achieve this on the CMF Phone 2 Pro. I have to give thumbs up to the Origin OS inside of the iQOO. Their software integration is awesome. Lots and lots of features. So now let's talk about the speakers. Another downside on the CMF Phone 2 Pro is that the speaker on here is terrible. Not really terrible, but terrible. How do you put just one speaker, mono speaker on a phone? I mean, who does that now in 2025? I mean, for on here you've got stereo speakers and they really, really sound well. One of the features I really like about the iQOO is the infrared. Infrared is amazing. I mean, on this budget device, you sometimes you feel the infrared is not something you care about, but by the time you start using the infrared, you really get used to it. You can control your air conditioner, you can control your TV, your sound system, your cable decoder. You can do a whole lot with the infrared by just while just sitting on your couch. You'll be able to do a whole lot of stuff. So for me, the infrared is an essential feature on phones, and you hardly see phones without the IR blaster right now. Of course, we can't but talk about the processor. Like I said, you're having a flagship experience on here. This guy rocks a Snapdragon 8S Gen 3. Just compare it to the Redmi Turbo 4 Pro. The Redmi Turbo 4 Pro runs on the 8S Gen 4. That's to tell you that this guy is still running a very recent mobile chip in it. And it's powerful enough and it doesn't heat up. This phone doesn't heat up. I've played some games on it and it's cool, runs really, really cool. Another thing that is awesome about the iQOO phone is that the AI integration is awesome, flawless. A quick example, I have this laptop for sale and it's got some peels on the palm rest. Now we're going to try to erase it. Okay, now all you need to do is to circle around what you want to erase and watch what iQOO does. Excellent, excellent, excellent. This is excellent. You can see this is real good stuff. You can't do this on the CMF Phone 2 Pro. The AI features on this phone is far, far, far better than that on the CMF Phone 2 Pro. So, I mean, we're talking about better speakers, better battery, better protection, better AI, an IR blaster, more RAM, more storage, better cameras. I'll come back to the cameras. Higher refresh rate, better display, better processor, and it's cheaper. So let's talk about the cameras. Now, this is a 50 megapixel and this is a 50 megapixel. I'm not going to go too much into the details, but I'll just share with you some camera samples and then you be the judge. So this is a 4K 30 FPS video. The CMF Phone 2 Pro on the right and the iQOO Z9 Turbo Endurance Edition on the left. From my screen here I can see more details on the Z9 Turbo. more details. So let's try out stability. Let me try and jog while videoing this. I'm jogging right now while videoing this. I'm jogging. My own opinion, this guy here does a better job. Better details on the camera, on the pictures, all the pictures. This gives me better saturation and better details to work with. And it also supports camera to API. The CMF Phone 2 Pro also supports camera to API. I saw some guy online saying it doesn't. It does actually support a Gcam. Okay, so if you want to use a Gcam or if you want to use the stock camera, you get good pictures also on the CMF. But I'm just saying that the Z9 Turbo Endurance Edition takes better pictures. So, guys, should you get the CMF Phone 2 Pro? Yes, you can. One, if you love the design, I love the design. It's something quite different from the normal. Okay, so if you want a device you can use and people will be like, what's that? Good. It's cool, you can go for it. You'll get the basic features that you need in a phone, and trust me, you're going to enjoy it. It's good. They have very good software for your daily usage. You might not get more crazy things to do with the software, but fine, it just keeps you going, on a daily basis. It's nice. It's a good phone for the price, but I think there's so much hype around the CMF Phone 2 Pro. Yeah. Okay, so I would advise you go for an IQ. Go for an IQ Z9 Turbo, an Endurance Edition. This phone is really, really nice. Over the few days I've been using it, this phone is a big deal. It's a better deal than the CMF Phone 2 Pro. So is the CMF Phone 2 Pro a hype? Yes. It's actually you're going to daily drive this guy for a while, and then you're going to get tired of using it. Now, this is my own personal opinion, and I need to tell you the truth. So that's it, guys. So, guys, thank you for joining me on this little adventure. Remember to subscribe to ding on the notification bell, so whenever I upload a video, you'll see it and then you can interact with my channel. Thank you, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.